academics. So who am I? Well, surface level, I'm a junior at Clemson studying communication and political science to become a TV producer. I'm from Maryland, but if you go a little bit deeper, you'll find that music is what fuels me. I'm an artist, and that's how I express myself. I'm a writer, I'm a listener, I'm an interviewer. I am a twin. I am very competitive in my family's card games. All I want to do is become a contestant on Survivor. I love reality TV. I am really independent, and I am quiet, and I'm an observer. But past all of that, what I am at my core is I'm a storyteller. It's what I've always been. Maybe I didn't know it, but now I do. I've done that my entire life. And you know, if you ask me 5-10 years from now, it'll be the same thing. I'll still be a storyteller. So that's who I am. My main passion in life is music. I mean, there's really never a time I'm not listening to music, drumming a beat on my desk or my laptop. I'm not singing a song in my head, or you know, I'm always thinking about it. It's always running through my mind at all hours. And with that, I've played music my entire life. So I started playing the piano when I was 7 years old, and I started teaching myself how to play the electric guitar around 2 years ago. Actually, the same time I started writing for the music magazines. And I've always said that being able to play music as opposed to just solely listening to it is an entirely different experience and adds such a depth and like love and different understanding of music in general. And that's something I really cherish, and I think it's a huge factor in my passion for music. Next few clips, I think, just give you another glimpse into my love for music. I'm not really able to play guitar much during the school year just because of how busy I am, but I do have a few clips from quarantine 2 years ago from me playing, and I thought they would just be kind of fun to put in. One of my other main passions in life is art. So I'm an artist and I want to show off my work. Specifically, this painting I painted for my college room. This collage you're seeing I like to call my sketchbook on the wall. It's just a collection of pieces I've done over the years. This painting is unfinished and I'm not quite done telling the story and putting the story together on this canvas. I thought it would be a really cool thing to include just the process of how stories come together and how my paintings come together. Others I've been commissioned to paint as people around my community at home have asked me to share their stories. I mostly do this through personalized cards. This is my Instagram where people can view my work and reach out if they're interested. I think it captures how powerful social media can be and the reach it spans across not only my community at home but beyond. And it actually all started out with a Facebook post. And that's how I got this business started, and it spiraled, and it's awesome. I love it. It just fuels my passion to tell stories and create, not only for myself but for others. So my third main passion in life is writing. And while I talk about writing, I want to take you on a little journey through my website, which has all of my journalist work. So my passion for writing came much later, I would say late high school, and it really started to manifest and become this huge passion of mine when I started music journalism. Over quarantine, I found it was very therapeutic for me to kind of just write down my emotions. You know, the pandemic was such a hard time for us all, and I really found comfort in writing and just getting my emotions out. And then when I started to be able to write about music, something I have always wanted to do, I would say that just really solidified how powerful writing is for me and how much I absolutely love it. You know, writing for musicians and Unclear and Z Magazine is something that I will forever treasure, and I'm so grateful I have the opportunity to do it and that I continue to have the opportunity to do it. So I really kind of contemplated how to answer the question of what are my fears, because I'm not really sure exactly what they would be, but I think one thing that I've come to really fear is losing the confidence I've developed from coming to Clemson. I was really, really shy growing up. I was very quiet. But then when I came to Clemson, like all of that just kind of left me, and I just became more outgoing, and I went out of my comfort zone, and I just did more things that I would have never done before. And I think that's how I've been brought to where I am now, with just talking to new people, interviewing people that, you know, I idolize. It's crazy to me, and I would have never been able to do that had I not grown out of my shell and developed this sense of confidence that I always had in me, but I never knew would actually come out. And so I think my fear would be that I would go back into the shell of myself that I was when I was growing up. So we were tasked with interviewing someone in our life, and I chose my mom. And so the next two clips are a snippet of our interview. I honestly didn't expect those answers from her, and it just kind of gave me a whole new perspective on, I guess, how other people can view me and how my mom has, because she's been there with me every step of the way. It was really, really interesting, and I'm very glad I chose her to interview. But she wanted me to put a disclaimer in here before you watch it that she didn't know she was going to be recorded and that anyone else was going to see it, so she didn't have her hair and makeup done. She really wanted me to put that in there. But here are my mom's answers that I will definitely be thinking about for probably the rest of my life.
Okay, what are 2 to 3 terms you would use to define me as a person?
Determined,
Okay.
loyal,
Okay.
and an observer.
Okay. So how do you think my passions have developed like throughout my life?
So this is what I think of you.
Okay.
Going back to my observer,
Mm-hmm.
I think because you were such a quiet, shy person, you sat back, but you watched everything that was going on. And I think that all that watching made you the creative person that you are.
Oh, that's such an interesting take.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa, that's so interesting. Where do you think how do you think, so going off that, like me being observing, do you think that brought me to like work in production? Like that makes sense to like be creating videos like that?
Absolutely. I think you had nothing but time in your head to be creative.
What an interesting take. I would have never thought about it like that.
Oh, I'm your mom.
The question of how my story has brought me to this point in my life, I think, was best answered by my mom in that interview. You know, I've always been observant and in the background and quiet, and I became creative, and I expressed myself through art and music and writing and storytelling, and that has just followed me my entire life to where I am now. What's next for me? I honestly have no idea. My life up to this point has been so unexpected, and I'm in a place I would have never in a million years imagined, but I'm so incredibly grateful that I am in this place. I'm so happy. But what's next for me? I honestly don't know. I think, in short, it's storytelling. In whatever way I can storytell, I want to do it. It's what I've done throughout my entire life, and it's what I want to continue to do. So storytelling in whatever capacity, that's what's next for me.